What's going on, guys? This is Tom here from Geared Towards Liberty. And today I just want to talk to you guys about an issue that is not really making it in the media. And it's kind of a big deal considering it's involving a lot of money. Nobody's talking about it. So let's go ahead and get on to it. Now, about $7 trillion, alright, is unaccounted for. And by who? You might have... Hold on a second. Sorry about that, guys. I had to check something real quick. Alright, so back onto it. Alright, so the Department of Defense, or more specifically the Army, has got about $7 trillion that's unaccounted for. And it's kind of just up in the air. Nobody knows where it's gone. Nobody went ahead and talked about where it could have been or nothing like that. So, and they're going to have to start looking or finding ways to justify where it is. So the funny thing about the whole thing is that there's supposed to be a federal mandate, okay, that dates back to 1996, that says that they're supposed to do an audit every year or two to go ahead and show where that money was going. Any money that is funneled through a federal agency is supposed to be tracked, okay, according to this mandate. Funny thing about it is the Pentagon has went ahead and declined to do that. It decided that it doesn't apply to them, even though they are a federal agency. So that didn't happen. The reason that I'm upset about it, and the reason you should be upset about it too, is because guess who's going to foot the bill? That's right, the taxpayer. That's you. Alright? So somehow, some way, me and you are going to have to probably foot the bill or pay for this in some way, shape, or form. Okay? And here's the part that kind of annoys me, and I'd hope that everyone else would see why. Okay? When they went ahead and talked to some of the accountants and the bookkeepers that work for DFAS, okay? DFAS is the Defense, Finance, and Accounting Service, okay, just for y'all that don't know what the acronym means. They were questioned, and the response was unfazed. The majority of them said that this isn't something that surprises them. Now, being, it's a government worker, you expect them to have a certain amount of accountability and know what they're doing and go ahead and, have something better to say than that. But no excuses, oh, it happened. No big deal, guys. Don't worry about it. This is the government. Alright, so that's unsurprising. Okay, the Army is not the only organization, though, that's been having issues with their accounting, or their finance accounting. The Navy, or specifically, if you want to get down to it, a former Navy DoD civilian named Linda Woodford has come forward to say that she spent the last 15 years of her career, which ended in 2011, inserting phony numbers into the U.S. Department of Defense accounts. So she'd sit there and things wouldn't look right, so she'd have to fudge the numbers to make it look good, okay? By Linda's account, or her report states that she and her fellow accountants were tasked with preparing reports to square the Navy books with the U.S. Treasuries. And every month, they had the same problem. Numbers were missing, or they were clearly wrong, with no explanation of how money was spent or what congressional appropriation it came from. So what does that tell you? 15 years, okay? You really think that maybe, they would get it right by then. And not only that, but if it was done for 15 years, the last 15 years of her career, then what makes you think that hasn't been happening for the last 50? Huh? Maybe? This has been going on a long time. People go ahead and take that tax money. It's expendable to them. They don't really care. They spend it however they want, and they're not being held accountable. Now, they went ahead and they talked to the Inspector General about this. And he stated that they talked to them, and in a press audit release that they went ahead and put out, they stated there's no indication of inappropriate fund use, okay? Which, take that for what you want. Grain of salt or believe it all the way. Whatever, okay? I'm not going to get into that. But what I am going to tell you is there's a fact that kind of got left out of most of the reports I was reading, and I dug for it and I found it, and that's that 16,513 records were removed from the third quarter of 2015 from DFAS. Doesn't that sound fishy to you? Doesn't that sound like it might line up a little bit with this 6.5, almost $7 trillion that was unaccounted for? When records go ahead and just happen to disappear, and trillions of dollars are unaccounted for, I don't know how I feel about the IG's investigation, to be honest. I don't know. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to hint at it. You guys make your own decisions. Alright? But I'm just saying, let's go ahead and flip the rules. Let's say that we went ahead and had an initiative and a policy where the U.S. government went ahead and went to small businesses and said, I'm going to give you each $10,000, okay? But it only can be used for your business. That's it, for your business. And you have to go ahead and there'll be a mandate where you're going to go ahead and have to record how that money is being spent, okay? You go ahead and a year later, they go ahead and ask for that audit. You go ahead and say, we don't have the audit. We did some records, but we decided to remove them for such and such reasons. Now those records are gone. I don't know how to prove to you how this $10,000 was spent. Do you really think the federal government would be so understanding about it? I don't think so. I'm pretty positive that they would come storming down your door. You'd owe somebody a lot of money or you'd spend some time in jail. Okay? Because that's almost the equivalent of fraud in a way. It really is. You have no way to prove. No way. Okay? To go ahead and show that this is exactly where you spent the funds. And we need to hold we need to hold them accountable for that. This is our money, guys. All right? They serve us. They work for us. We're the frickin' boss. All right? We are the employer. The government is the employees. Okay? We give them this money. We are the ones giving their damn paycheck. So this gets me a little heated. This gets me upset because they need to be accountable for that. All right? And that's something I just needed to put that out there for you guys. I know there's other news that's pretty relevant. I didn't bring it up. I know the Kaepernick or Pumpernickel guy. I'm not exactly sure how you say his name. I don't see a big issue with that. So I was like, I'm not going to cover that. This is a little more important. I want you guys to get on to this. Find out, as much as you can. Bring up some comments. Like this video. Dislike the video. Hate it. Say something about it. That's fine. But go ahead and share this and let's get a discussion going. You guys take it easy. This is Tom from Geared Towards Liberty, and I am signing out.